So first this morning is an update of the Southeast Bridge Preservation Partnership Performance Measures Group. And our good friend Dan, our chair from North Carolina, will provide his update.
Okay, so here's our regular attendees. We've had a little bit of a transition year with the Performance Measures Work Group. The previous year was real busy, and I'll get into that, but here's been our regular attendees, and if I'm missing anybody, somebody speak up for me. But it's myself and Andy Doyle and Richard Kerr, and David Miller's been on it, and Jeff, and we've had Todd Springer join us quite a bit, and Steve Arnado from the Kircher Group has been on a lot of the calls. Am I missing anybody from that group? I think that's been, and Ed Welch joins in a lot of times, and it's been a really good calls and good discussions on all of our calls. We try to have a monthly call. I think we probably missed a couple of them this year, but we've had some really good calls and discussions. Like I said, in the previous year, 2015, leading up to the last year's meeting, we did a performance measures survey, and we conducted this survey in order to kind of get ready for MAP 21, kind of trying to see what was the current state of practice with bridge performance measures. So we sent out a survey to all 13 states. We got 9 responses, which was pretty good. And we put those together, and they're posted on the TSP2 website. That was most of our work last year. I would encourage you guys to go to that website and pull that down. There's some really good examples. A lot of us states were kind of focused on SD, but there was a few, Virginia, Florida, Georgia. We had some really good performance measures, some really good case studies in there for what they're doing. Richard, we have a new Secretary of Transportation. He came in, and I had to go to a meeting about performance measures, and he said, I've really heard a lot about what Ohio and Florida are doing, and that made me look really smart because I could pretty much just rattle off everything Florida's doing from the paper, and I was even able to bring that thing to the meeting and show them, and so it really helped me out a lot. And I have been trying to get our state to kind of mimic some of your performance measures over the last year, especially for maintenance and even for some of the replacement performance measures, which I think are outstanding. So that was our big delivery. We kind of did that early this year, and since then we've kind of been in transition trying to figure out what to do next. But in that time, we still had a lot of calls where we've just kind of had knowledge sharing calls, which are, we don't always have to be working towards an end product. I think just getting together in this realm and talking about what we're up to has been really invaluable to me with what we've been going through at North Carolina, at least. So we knowledge share from state to state. Todd Springer from VDOT did a great presentation for us on VDOT's new prioritization formula, and that was just a great call. And then one thing we and Andy have been talking out through the year, Georgia and North Carolina are an agile asset state, and I know we've got our Jim Edgerton's here and some other folks for agile, but that kind of, we're not in that AASHTO BRM community with that that's so tight, and you can talk to each other about what you're doing, rally around one piece of software. So we're kind of we feel like we're kind of on the periphery a little bit with that sometimes. So we've been talking about taking this work group and maybe starting to focus more on, in a more generic kind of way, what we think a BMS should be and what it should be able to do. And I know I was talking to Eric Christie, and there might be some overlap right now with with the new SCOBS agenda item for the maintenance, for the MBE manual that's coming out. But we might do that this year. Now that Andy's leaving the group, Clayton joins in if he wants to we want to continue to have that conversation, or if we want to go in a different direction this year, go back to performance measures, which we're working on. We're having a lot of changes in our state on performance measures still. Or we can focus on the bridge management system, which is really near and dear to me right now. So some of the other things we're going to be looking to for 2017. I know Ed's talked a lot about making this into a national group. I think there's interest on the Southeast Bridge side. We would have to figure out if there's interest from the other 3 partnerships to doing that. We'll schedule periodic presentations. That should say from members, not or members, periodic members. But so I think those will be useful. We really enjoyed the couple presentations we had, and we're going to try to schedule some more of those on performance measures. And again, possible possible focus on for bridge management systems coming up. And that's really all I have. It's been kind of a slow year.
All right, thank you, Dan.